I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's been really eye-opening, and I'm just wondering how do you find the strength and the courage to persevere through all the struggles that you've had, through all of the hard work that you have had to do across so many different jobs, and where do you find your inspiration to also work so hard to help so many other people navigate all of these issues?
I will have to say, hands down, Buddhism definitely helped me with all that, because I've learned the concept of suffering consciously. And so for me, I learned the fact that we don't get to escape suffering, no matter who you are. And you go from birth to death, and you are going to experience suffering. Or, excuse me, pain. You're going to experience pain. It's a little bit different than suffering. And so in knowing that, I could have a completely different life experience right now. I have passing privilege. I have a lot of different privileges. I was living in Florida with some beautiful man with tattoos in a gated community, and I could have just lived life. But I understand the reward that comes with challenge, especially when you challenge yourself. Right now we're in a place where, people run away from challenges. But when you get really good, you actually start seeking them out. And so I'm in the place right now where I seek them out. And I can be honest and tell you it's extremely painful too. I am a Black trans woman who has funneled, like last year, I think we paid like almost $100,000 to members that were doing, freelance work, yet I'm not getting paid a salary. And it's been that way for a couple years. But I know my value in such a way. It can't be taken away. No one can sort of make me do things I don't want to do. So I have to model that for folks. I have to be able to, in my office in Chicago, I sometimes break down crying right in front of them to show them that that's not weakness. But I'm going to let you know that it's hard. And it's not easy, but you watch me, I'm still moving, I'm still picking up, I'm still going. That is what I think people need to see, because, and also just to tap onto the value question, the biggest problem we have with value with most people, not trans, most people, is that people are looking for a job where they make the most money and do the least amount of work. They're like, what job can I get where they're just in a lot of stress and I can just sit in some corner, nobody's gonna bother me, what have you. And there are variations of that, right? Instead of us creating a system where people understand their value so much so that what they're really saying is, I want to be somewhere that uses me at my highest value, but we're not yet at a place to do that. So that's why TransTech, it doesn't look like anything that's been out there before. That's why people are sometimes slow to support and slow to fund. Miller Coors has probably been, is right to date, our only corporate sponsor who sponsors us yearly. But it's starting to open up. Folks saw me on The Daily Show talking about TransTech, so it's starting to open up.